Hello and welcome to episode 2 of our Broken Earth Let's Play for the new Terra Invicta DLC. In the first episode, we have dived into South America. So, by what I have seen so far, I think you either go South America or Australia, which are the big two, comparable to USA, China in the standard game. Then you have some middle options like rebuilding Europe or a building for something more interesting story-wise, like the old Roman Empire here or a big Greece. So that would be some funny campaigns which I might want to do in the future. That would be really fun. So you can restore a kind of Roman Empire here, and I think I definitely want to play something like that eventually. But we are going to continue building our South America here. So, the steps we did last episode, we have consolidated in Brazil, Chile, Paraguay, the Amazonas, and Venezuela and Colombia. And in this episode, I think we are going to rush forward quite a bit because there is not too much to do. Because we are at cap of our control points. We need a rival sociology for the Ivory Tower, but we also need other sociology techs for example, arrival markets and these kind of things, which we want to get eventually. So we need to get more orcs going, to get more control points and more science. And we need to win the space race. So I decided that we are going to abandon Steward of South America here. Actually, let's... this one has a low efficiency because of the space penalty. Yeah, we are going to abandon Steward of South America for now. However, we are going to do talent development as soon as possible due to the fact that it gives us science, so we get a bit of a boost here. And ideally, we see what happens after this one. Maybe we... no, I don't want to win this one. I want to invest into new space race now to get ahead here, because we have to win this one to get the moon base. If we don't get the moon base, we will get delayed massively. If we have a moon base from the get-go, we can mine it, we can build it up, we can get stations going before even Mars comes in. So that's something I really, really want to push because we are super slow in this campaign anyway. So that's in regards to science. On Earth here, we're going to wrap up the Amazonas here. So let's see what we can do. We are going to take... We have enough influence actually. Not really though. Does this one have better chances? Yes, this has better chances due to Fanatic here. So we can go 50% here. And then we just do public campaign.
Ready for orders.
Like +10.
We must persuade the people.
Advice here, that's good. And you will also do a public campaign down here now. Our chances are terrible, but that's fine.
Making our case.
And yeah. And afterwards, we are going to switch focus. I'm considering to abandon Paraguay to take over instead Argentina as soon as we can. And yeah, we are going to merge Amazonas and Brazil as soon as possible. So we are not going to conquer Suriname and Peru, because we can do it later with the project here, Stewards of South America, because Brazil will get this as claim. So we are not in a hurry to do this right now. If we were to do it now, we would only get a hostile claim here, and then if we merge it peacefully, that would be a problem. So instead, we are going to ally here, federate, and then unify as soon as possible. And now let's continue here. We do have... space program done in Venezuela. We are going to deprioritize this stuff now, because we do have terrible investment efficiency here, -40%, -20%, so that's not worth it. Instead, I think we're going to wait for the annexation here, and then we go full knowledge in this nation. Right now it's too high. We will drop down to probably like 5 or 6 from the annexation here. And so instead we can do purely economy, do some oils, and maybe a bit of environment and a bit of knowledge here just to counter everything that we do here. And we're going to do the same basically everywhere. We're just going to finish a space program and then wait until the space race is over. And we're going to build an army here, plus here, because we want to attack Brazil here to annex it into Brazil as soon as we have the armies available. And ideally we ally each other, and then we have 2 armies from here, 2 armies from here, 1 army from here. That's 5 in total versus 1 here. That should be doable. So ideally we get the control point now, and then we can start the peaceful process of doing whatever we want.
Violence is abating.
And meanwhile we use our new commander
their hearts and minds.
here, the Magnus.
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
To go
hold no
and
sway in
pacify
their
whatever
minds.
we need. And I want to buy this one actually. I forgot about it by now, almost. That will go into, yeah, I think into this scientist here. To get a bit more science output, more project slots, so more efficiency, a bit of boost and so on. Really good one. I don't think we have the money to get this one in time because 2000 is quite expensive. However, let's see what will come up. And let's hope we get the control point now. Ah, Puerto Rico. Right, that's also ours. I forgot almost. So here, we're going to do the same. We are going to go... I think in this case, we go pretty hard into knowledge. Because we cannot unify them anywhere. So let's just do environment, economy, knowledge. Like this. Perfect. And later on, we can still consider if we can build anything out of Puerto Rico and maybe the Caribbean community. Maybe there is a future with which we can pull off eventually. But that's down the road. That's 3 science. Awesome. And now we just do, I don't know, this one, but I think we are going to just deprioritize it. And instead push everything into new space race here. And a bit of arrival. Actually, we can also skip arrival. We just want to be the leading faction here in the space race for now. And when we got that, yeah, there we go, perfect. And when we got the leading position, then we can relax a bit again and just manage it so that we stay ahead and don't fall behind. We just want to win barely. We don't need to go crazy here. And here we now go also into the army. I'm not going to make a space race here in the Amazonas because I intend to merge it. So instead we can now get rid of the rivalry here. And instead we can actually ally Brazil here. And then I have to decide, probably it makes sense to also ally Colombia. Oh, wait a second, we want to ally Brazil to Colombia so that we can do the unification, not unification, but the federation. Because I think, yeah, when we federated these 2, then we can also federate them here because of the claim. And we can also federate these guys together due to the other stuff. And we also want to ally Venezuela here just to be sure. We have the armies together so that we can do the war declaration. And now, in the next mission phase, we get already 1.5 boost from the orb that we just bought. But we have to, of course, now be a bit more careful with our influence here. As a new... Okay, this is a very bad roll on orcs here for this turn. I mean, we could get the command one here to buff up Magnus. Makes sense. But overall, this one is not worth. We don't really can buy anything there. So now, what do? We get more armies. We add all of this together and start preparing, taking over Argentina.
I will tell our story.
So we do public opinion missions down here. Get this up. And I have no idea what to do with Josias here. So we are going to first get rid of the tracking on the other factions. And now I'm going to skip forward because we are going to have at least a handful of mission phases where we are not going to do much. Because we just wait for armies, research, and these kind of stuff. So, jumping forward to September, we can now resolve the rivalry here. That one was already resolved. But now we can actually ally the Amazonas to Venezuela, which we want to do. Here we go. Now we don't have a problem when we attack this one anymore. We can do this together. And then in about 25 days, I think. Yeah, when the Unification or the Consolidation is done here, then we can start with the Federation project, and then of course like a year later the Unification projects. And
I'm here.
meanwhile we are just working my way through the countries here to stabilize whatever we can. And stabilize this one
We'll
first.
turn down the heat.
The problem is we don't really have a job for Josiah because we don't have the influence to do a secondary advice
Standing
already.
by.
Our 12 admin, 14 science is currently advising Venezuela, which has the highest science output. I'm considering to maybe switch it soon to Brazil or the Free Amazonas here. Actually, let's do this. Let's switch it over. Just
Offering
due to the fact that
assistance.
you probably see more benefit from increasing the investment points here and pushing education score so that we get more science output as soon as possible here. This one of course scales heavily with population, so this should go up pretty quickly. And now you have the advanced carbon manipulation is on the board here as a follow-up here. Not really useful at all, but we try to maybe get this slot for our side, then we can pick something else. And we are now currently leading here with 667 points, but we are only barely ahead of Exodus, like 60, 70 points. And currently the Resistance is investing heavily into it. But that's a good thing. We found an orc with 5%. And here, I think it's... where are you? There's some orc that I picked up somewhere. Here. The Topaz Laboratories that get us 5% space science research, which of course impacts exactly that. And now there's the question, can we... Oh yeah, we should pick this one up. Plus 16 science is a lot currently. Although I would really like to take the Rio brand as well to get the economy bonus, and I would also like to get this one, but we definitely have to save up more money to get an admin orc as soon as one spawns. But yeah, we are struggling with research here on a very... yeah, in a very big way. And therefore, probably I'm going to jump forward like a year, maybe half a year, as we are just waiting stuff out now. And the economy that we have to handle here with our resources are... it's pretty damn low. It's I like it. It's a struggle. I really like it. Short update in January. So we are getting a rival sociology, which allows us to pick a new slot here, which is quite important. We are still leading here in the space race, so that's
Things
all
are
good.
cooling off.
Even though it will still take about 2 years to finish it. I guess it will... yeah, it will only be 1 year actually. Science is going up for all players here. All factions, so that's going to be a thing. And now we can decide what we want to do. And I think the most important one would be institutional outreach, which is basically the same as arrival markets. But with that, we also get national research oversight. And that would be really good. Ivory Tower would also be unlocked here, I think. Or we need both. I'm not sure right now. And yeah, this one is pretty good to pick. The advanced carbon manipulation is also almost done, so
Things
that's
are
great.
stabilizing.
And see what will get picked here as well. And meanwhile, we are attacking a nation in South America.
Just imagine I fetch
Mass
you.
drivers. That's towards mining, which is, let's say, unfortunate because we don't need it. So yeah, all into space race. Get this out of the way. Get us back into Earth orbit here. And so we are attacking Sul, Brazil now. Annex it back into the fold. And even though this will... wait a second. Sao Paulo is a hostile claim, but Porto Alegre is a normal claim. So we are getting 1 hostile claim from this. And then also in about... actually, we can still do the Federation here soon. And then in about 10 months, we can unify with the Amazonas here. I mean, maybe we can already take a bit of Argentina beforehand. I had to abandon Paraguay for points, which then went to Exodus, but that's not too bad because we are going to militarily annex it anyway, eventually. So I'm fine with that. Now we are going to try to get these two. We just need to find a source of points, which is not going to be easy. So we have to really get these ones here. And the best way is orcs, but we didn't get lucky so far, or we were too broke. It's both. And here's a science orc that I just saw that apparently I didn't see beforehand. We are going to, of course, throw it on our scientist here. Plus 13 science, always a good idea. Gets us closer to 500, which is pretty big. And meanwhile, our economy and our knowledge scores are going up very fast because it's so low. So we already got 0.6 in total. So we went from 2.4 to 3. That's not too much yet in the research output. It's only went up by like 10 or something. But the next points will be... Yeah, we will notice that, especially when we merge these two together and we have almost 500 million people here in there, plus the 90 from here. That's going to be a thing. That's going to be helpful. That's definitely scaling up very fast. And that's what we want. We need to get something going from a proper economy, some kind of proper economy here. And that's our best shot right now. And then later, the South American Union. Well, now we are in October and 2114. We are 2/3 through the space race. We are still leading by a decent amount, but we have scaled back a bit because the others started to stop investing because they were afraid that they can't win anymore. So we have to play the AI or Brutal a bit, of course, to tempt them into trying to race me. And meanwhile, we are going to use the research here to try to get some other stuff out, like the National Research Oversight, which is going to get us 10% research bonus, and the Ivory Tower, which is going to get us 20% research bonus, and a knowledge investment bonus. While we wait for arrival economics and so on. And now the most important part about this phase in October is, first of all, we are winning finally the war here against Tool. There is finally institutional outreach. So we're going to do this after Ivory Tower immediately. Maybe we scale back here a bit. So that finally opens up more orcs. The thing is that when we finish this invasion here, this one theoretically costs us around 22 points. It will get merged into Brazil, so it will be lower, but it could still cost us like 15 points in total, and then we would be massively overcapped. Let's see where we are. I just hope that the influence economy that we currently have here will hold for one mission phase, because we can unify with the free Amazonas here in 21st of October. So the next mission phase when this one is done.
Things are cooling off.
So let's see where we are. That's still fine. Okay, we have plus 19. Really good. So all armies please go home, and you will also go here. And now we do have this nation here. We are probably going to eventually have to pacify that claim here. The Sao Paulo hostile claim. But it can wait for a bit. Like, we're just going to put 1 point in the investment priority in here, due to the fact that we have other priorities like knowledge and economy. Of course, we lost a bit again because we annexed something with lower education score, but we are going to merge with 3.8. So this one really went up nicely now. So the resulting nation will of course be less than the roughly 60 total, but it will be
The less
70
we
total.
burn, the longer.
It will go up very fast. So what do we do now? could go for independence movement because global command structure gives us 40 control points, and I think that's the most important bit right now. Although we are doing a lot of social projects here. But doesn't matter. I think that's worth it. So now we go Ivory Tower, then the institutional bastions. Then we do also arrival markets as soon as possible.
I'm here.
And then hopefully
On my way to the capital.
everything is
Ready.
awesome. So now we fix our unrest here again. And when
Restoring
we have
order.
merged... Whoa! What's that? Okay, that's a problem. So
Ready.
we are going to intervene here
Ready.
and take
Your orders.
this point before they can.
Standing by.
And also,
Establishing our
Caillou
presence.
here is
What's
also
the
building
orb?
up investigation with orcs that we have bought over time. Ooh, there's a new science orc. Can we buy it? See? You don't have space currently. We need more admin orcs. But theoretically, this one will do our crackdowns eventually. So currently, this is still way too strong because it's defended also as well. But maybe the servants will abandon it eventually. If not, that's also fine. We can accept that one of the points is shared. Doesn't matter too much right now. In the end, we want to expand it with the other project that we are doing here with Steward of South America, which will get Argentina a lot of claims surrounding this. So that's going to be in the next episode. Now let's rush and finish the space race, or rather let's first unify here and see the result. Very interesting to see. What? Since when are we at war? Either I must have missed that, or there is an event putting them at war. Doesn't matter, we are going to just defend here. So, yeah. Just let them do it. We should be stronger in defense against one army, so we don't need to do anything here.
Violence
We just
is
wait.
abating.
There's Ivory Tower. Now we go institutional outreach. 5 more orcs, 1,000 investment. Really good. Protectorate is pushing. Nice.
Order is returning.
That cuts down a lot of time here.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
It's April now. We can still increase our investment eventually.
Policy direction complete.
We don't need to right now. So let's see. We are going to unify here. We are going to unify 45 signs and 23 signs. Let's see what the result will be. There we go. Yeah, it's 58. So we lose like 15 signs, but that's totally fine. Because now we do have a 600 million people country. So that will grow its economy very fast. Its knowledge outpost very fast. It has 28 investment points. So we are going to throw in advice on this. Oh, it's even almost 30 now. So a bit of correction there. And we are also still fine with the last control point here in Argentina. So we can go build an army, prepare for the unification projects in the future. And what's that? Brazil, Porto Alegre, Manaus. It didn't go home. Yeah, we have 3 armies, right. 2 from here, 1 from Brazil itself. So all good. Yeah, but that's solid. We can work with that. That should go up. So let's jump forward, finish the race, and end the episode there. Okay, let's wrap up this episode. We have now already a base output of 70 science here, so it's going up quite nicely. We are also up to 3.8 education, so we see here that's 1.3 higher than at the start of the campaign, so this is really paying off here. And the race to space was tighter than expected, so I had to cancel all the other research here just to now continue pushing everything in here, because we can see here that the
Offering
difference
support.
between Exodus and us is less than
Lending
100.
my expertise.
And I definitely get the research bonus from there. Now we have to make sure or hope that the Exodus doesn't get some kind of event. Because if Exodus gets a research event, we had one in the past where we got like 125 bonus signs. If they would get this now, we would lose.
Things are cool.
And that would be terrible.
Things are cooling
So
off.
I really hope that we win. And they have a bit higher output than we do. I'm not sure why. Maybe they have better efficiencies here. Let's see, Exodus. Yeah, they must have some research bonuses for space that we don't, because we do have the highest base rate science output here. They have all so much money. Yeah, they're spoiling like crazy probably. Alright, and they also have that bonus from the mission control because we are playing on brutal difficulty, so that's also research output that we don't have. So, let's hope it works out. Looks good. Good to me. One more day. There we go. There we go. New space race. We have won it. We can also pick the next tech, but let's see what we got here. We got an outpost on Lunar. We got also the research reward from this. Academy. So we also got a station. And we got some mission control somewhere. So let's see. Where did we get the mission control? Get it from faction headquarters. So we get it just from on the base and not... Okay, good. But we got Pluto base here. Pluto has even a mining module. Nice! And we get water, volatiles, and metals. So that's massive. And do we know more about the moon itself? I mean, we could lock it down if we were really evil. We do have this base. And there's one base which maybe has nobles. And there's probably one with fissiles. The question is just like, which one will it be? But we got a pretty good mine here. Yeah, that's pretty good. 10 water, 10 volatiles, 12 metal. We can work with that. That's definitely going to get us to Mars really well. And here we got mostly solar collectors. And one broadcast. Ooh, nice, a broadcast outlet. That's a nice reward. So what we now consider... What we can consider doing... Oh, a listening post as well. Oh, nice. So... I guess we are going to research some science module. Do we even have any available? No, because we need to do the platform core here. So we are going to do, of course, these two projects here. But the question is which tech now? I'm not really fond of going Deep System Skywatch because I would expect that we still get the crackdown from it for the Academy, which is really harsh that it's happening so late. And we have to prepare for this, that we have a proper agent that can do the purchase again, if need be. So that's if we lose control points. So I really don't want that to happen. On the other way, the other thing, we could get it out of the way. The mission to space. So what? Or do we want to go for rocketry first? Get these projects out of the way. Skywatch gives us mission to Mars. I would really like to get mission to Mars soon, but I think let's do rocketry first. Because we need to get these projects to reduce the fuel costs for boost. Even though we do have some mining now, this will be an issue. So let's see what will come out of this. In the next episode,
for next mission.
We have won the space race. We also will be able to take the rest of South America pretty soon. We just need to buy a bit more admin somewhere. Because this one will cost us 30. We're definitely also going to rush the Stewards of South America now, which is only 3,000 science left. And then we can consolidate one big Argentina, one big Brazil, and something here in the east where I didn't decide yet how to do it. And we definitely have to release Bolivia to prepare Bolivia for the later South American Union. And then maybe that's a good point to go for the crackdown from Skywatch. Or Deep System Skywatch, actually. And we see here... Yeah, that's Federation of the Congo here. That's all... Ooh, if they unify, that's a big one as well. Which we maybe want to take over before something worse happens. Australia, however, is still open. Which would be also a very good investment. So, yeah, leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next episode. And let's have some more fun here in the Broken Earth scenario.